It's after midnight in the corroded industrial area of Birmingham known as Ensley, the old steel town. A van is parked in the gravel drive in front of an aluminum-walled warehouse, one of dozens of mini steel mills and foundries on this stretch of road, many of them abandoned. There is no amber glow from the vents near the roof to indicate that this facility is still being used. In days gone by, an old man probably sat in there melting down scrap metal and forging it into small hardware accessories, like the eye hooks Rob installed at the head and foot of his fold-out back seat. On her stomach, blindfolded with a red velvet scarf, Amy is now secured to those eye hooks by her wrists and ankles. Earlier, when he picked her up, Amy had been naked in bed. He'd let himself in with the key she gave him, made her put on a kimono and a blindfold, and then tied her hands with nylon rope before leading her slowly to the van parked outside. That much of the plan had been at her request. The rest was up to him. He isn't quite sure what to do with her now. There's a sliver of moon providing almost all the light, other than the faint glow of the dashboard panel. Later, Rob will step down out of his captain's chair and slam the door shut. He'll imagine what must be going through Amy's mind, wondering where he's going, how long he'll be away, what he's doing. He'll decide to take his time walking around to the side door, letting each crunchy step in the gravel ring out in the empty night. A couple of days ago, when Amy brought up the kidnapping idea, they'd been lying on her bed in the late afternoon. That afternoon was the first time they'd seen each other in a few weeks. They were at least partly to blame for the breakup of the other's marriage, and while they both wait for the divorces to be final, they've tried to give each other some space. She's living with some friends who had a spare room. He's living mainly in the van, showering at the gym. Now that they're reunited, he'll probably start crashing with her most nights. Later, when Rob finally slides the door open and steps in, Amy will turn her head in his direction, the only movement she can make. He will pull up the back of her kimono, revealing one pale buttock and then the other. Lifting his hand, he'll flick his wrist and inflict a quick, hard smack, not with the palm, but with his fingers. A good cracking sound, he knows, is all about the suppleness of the wrist and fingertips. She'll moan in response. He'll bend down and hover his lips there, a hair's length over the point of impact, so she can feel his cool breath there. Then he'll rear back and strike again. He'll spank her a few more times, relishing the echo of each collision of his fingertips with her ass. Each blow will be accompanied by a squeal, a groan, a yes. He'll hold his hand there about an inch over her cheek, and he'll be able to feel the heat it emanates. Even in the relative dark, he'll see that she's turning as red and hot as molten steel. Again, he'll blow on it softly to cool it down. When that one cheek has nearly had enough, the other will still be white, unrefined, raw, ripe for smelting. He'll draw back his hand, then begin working that side, taking moments between each smack to check the color, temperature, and softness. From time to time, he'll spank the first cheek again to keep it fresh and supple. Soon Amy will begin to squirm, but the sounds she makes will reveal only pleasure. I'm trying to decide if this next paragraph's dirty enough. I think it's not. All right, here we go. Later, gripping one of Amy's ass cheeks firmly in his left hand, he'll reach under with his right to feel her pussy. The seat beneath and the front flap of the robe will be drenched, aromatic. He'll slide his fingers in easily, brushing aside her labia to stroke her clit, swollen almost to the size of a grape. Spreading her cheeks apart with his free hand, he'll plunge his tongue into her asshole, digging deep, mining the musky depths. "Oh my God," she'll say. It won't be long before she starts moaning more forcefully, and her body convulses and contracts, and then after one long, throaty sigh, she'll relax. Rob will stop then, and after a couple of seconds, test the waters by lightly touching her clit, which will make her fidget and yelp, meaning that she's sensitive. She's done. And I guess I'll actually stop right there. And I want to tell you that I have a novella that is for sale on the internet as an ebook. It's called The Salvation of Billy Wayne Carter. It's not erotica per se, but there is sex in it. I'm going to pass around some cards with the URL where you can buy it. You don't need like an ebook reader to read it. It's just a PDF, so you can read it on any computer. And if enough people buy it in the ebook form, my publisher will eventually publish it in paperback. So I hope you guys will help me out in that regard. I'll pass these cards around now. Thanks.
Thank you. I will be totally honest and say, I guess this is good and bad. I did buy the ebook, and I never bought an ebook before, and actually I still haven't since. But then I never read it because it's like on my computer, and I have to print it. I don't know. So I'm going to read it now. I just want to say that, and there is a book trailer. Well,